It's not difficult to figure out why the Tempest is not only our flagship shelter, but one of the most popular shelters you'll see on the banks anywhere across the UK and Europe. Its ability to be quickly and simply erected has set it apart from other shelters for over a decade. And in more recent years, a range of accessories has enabled users to tailor their Tempest to suit their individual requirements. In this video, I'm going to be taking a look at the accessories available for the current range of Tempest shelters and the benefits of each, from extra long bivvy pegs to skull cap wraps and everything in between. But first, let me quickly run through some of the accessories that are supplied with the Tempest shelters. As you would expect, every Tempest comes with some standard accessories. These are T-pegs, tension strap and carry bag. Several models of Tempest come supplied with full infill panels, quick sticks and ground sheets, enabling you to transform the shelter from open-fronted to a fully enclosed fortress when the weather dictates, or if you just prefer to have a front on for comfort or privacy. These fronts all feature panels that can be unzipped and rolled back to reveal large insect mesh covered windows, allowing the shelter to remain ventilated in warmer months whilst keeping out flying, biting bugs like mosquitoes. The models that come with these items supplied are the Tempest 100 Brolly Aquatex EV, the Tempest Brolly 100T Aquatex EV, Tempest 100 Bivvy Aquatex EV, Tempest 150 Bivvy Aquatex EV, and the colossal Tempest 200 Bivvy. The 210D polyester versions of the Tempest 100 Brolly and Tempest 100T Brolly are sold as modular systems, meaning you first purchase the shelter on its own, complete with T-pegs, tension strap and carry bag. Of course, then you can add a front, ground sheet and quick sticks if you prefer. One of our most popular accessories to date is without doubt the skull cap, and these are available for all models of Tempest. The skull cap creates a peak at the front of the shelter to provide additional protection from the weather, whilst adding a second skin to the top of the shelter, which helps to combat condensation and retain heat. Unlike a wrap, a skull cap can be left in place on the shelter when packing away. The skull cap also features two Velcro rod straps to replace the ones on the shelter that are covered when the skull cap is in place. There are dedicated skull caps available for each model of Tempest except for the 100T Brolly and 100T Brolly Aquatex EV. These models use the same size skull cap as the 100 Brolly and the 100 Brolly Aquatex EV respectively. For those looking for even more protection from the elements, dedicated skull cap wraps are available for all models of Tempest Bivvy and Brolly, with the exclusion of the Tempest 200. Like a regular skull cap, the skull cap wrap creates a peak at the front of the shelter, providing additional protection from the weather, but instead of just covering the top of the Tempest, the skull cap wrap also covers the sides and back of the shelter, providing full top to bottom twin skin coverage to keep you warmer and more comfortable inside during the cooler months, and helps to regulate temperature and keep you cooler inside during the warmer periods on the bank. Skull cap wraps feature vents which correspond with the vents on the shelters themselves, which can be opened to allow airflow throughout the bivvy in the warmer conditions. Aquatex EV versions boast a revered adaptive ventilation system, the same as on the shelters themselves, again making it possible to ventilate the shelter even when it's raining outside. Tempest insect panels, or mozzie meshes as they are sometimes commonly known, are pretty much essential throughout the warmer months, providing occupants with an unrestricted view of the water and their rods, whilst keeping out those annoying, flying, biting bugs that can make an unprepared angler's session a misery. They are available for all models of Tempest except the Tempest 200 Bivvy. All Tempest insect panels zip in exactly the same way as the full infill panels, and while the versions made for the 210D versions of the Tempest Brolly 100 and Tempest Brolly 100T have a twin zipped doorway, the insect panels made for all Aquatex EV models feature a magnetic door closure which allows you to quickly burst out the bivvy, snapping shut behind you to ensure no critters can enter the shelter whilst you're hooked into a fish. For those looking for even more protection from any bugs or insects that might try to enter your living quarters, there's an optional inner capsule available for the following Tempest models: the Tempest Brolly 100T Aquatex EV, Tempest 100 Bivvy Aquatex EV, Tempest 150 Bivvy Aquatex EV, and the huge Tempest 200 Bivvy. This mesh capsule can be easily fitted inside the bivvy thanks to the toggles which attach to the rings you'll notice inside the shelter. and features a sewn-in ground sheet to keep invaders out. The inner capsule also acts as a vapour shield, reducing the effects of condensation, whilst mesh construction on the front, sides and rear allow airflow throughout when the shelter's vents are opened. These inner capsules also feature useful pockets inside for storing items such as receivers and head torches, keeping them safe and easily accessible. Clear windows can be fitted over the window in the door of full infill panels during wet conditions, allowing the user to maintain an eye on their rods and the water even when the rain is being driven directly at the front of the shelter. They are a standard size, so the same clear window fits almost all Tempest models except the Tempest 200, which comes supplied with its own dedicated clear window to fit its huge door. Now, while these might not be the most exciting accessory available, having a set of these extra long Bivvy pegs to secure your Tempest, or any shelter to be honest, can prevent your session from becoming a bankside disaster. Tempest shelters are designed to hug the ground like a limpet, but sometimes a little more is needed in extreme conditions, especially so when pegging into soft ground. For those of you who fish large open pits where strong winds can suddenly appear, or if you're planning on fishing during times when high winds are forecast, having a set or two of these 12-inch pegs is a must. That concludes our look at the accessories available for our range of Tempest Bivvies and Brollies, and I'm sure you'll agree that with all the options available, you'll be able to configure your setup to suit your requirements at any time of the year. For further details, head to the Trakker website where you can check out our full range of Tempest Brollies and Bivvies, and of course all of the dedicated accessories to go with them, or alternatively head to your preferred Trakker stockist and take a look at the Tempest today.